Hi, it's IG Sparks Made here again. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to draft this beautiful waistcoat. And if you stay till the end, you would see how I tweak this waistcoat to make a more stylish waistcoat. Okay, so don't forget to watch till the end so you can see how to draft this beautiful waistcoat. And unfortunately, I'll not be doing a sewing tutorial of this waistcoat, but the pattern drafting alone. But hopefully, if I'm able to put out the final result of what I created, that will be uploaded on my shorts. Okay, let's get started. So this is the fabric I'll be working with. I'm using a leftover crepe fabric from a pants that I cut. So I'll just go ahead and do the basic. I'll do my baseline, which usually I come down by 1 inches. So I'll go ahead and come down by 1 inches and connect my line. Now, if you follow my channel, you should have mastered how to do a basic pattern. But for those that are just joining for the first time, I'll go through all of the process step by step. So after getting my shoulder point and coming down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope and connecting it to my neck width, which is 3 by 3 inches for the fronts, I'll use my curve ruler to get my standard neck width. And when I'm done with that, I'll be coming down by my waistline and then coming down by the top length I would work with. Now for your waistcoat, you can decide to make it shorter than this top length or make it your regular top length. It depends on how you choose to rock it. So for me, I'm going to be coming down by my top length. So I used a total of 24 inches or so. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is mark my chest point. So we already know the drill. Your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1 inch. That's going to give you your chest point. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just mark my chest point and connect all the way to the end. Remember that we are working with a bust 36. So my chest point is 8.5. And then when I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder to bust point. Now this shoulder to bust point only applies to the front pattern. Yes, only applies to your front pattern. I'll go ahead and bring down my shoulder line to my chest point so that I can create my armhole curve, and then of course my bust divided by 4, my waist divided by 4, and my hip divided by 4. And of course I'll go ahead and connect all of these points together. Now when I'm done with this, I'll just go ahead and do my midpoint, coming by half an inch to create my armhole curve from that shoulder line area. And of course, not forgetting that I will go ahead to replace my dart intake for my waist. Yes, so if you choose to do that on your waistcoat, don't forget to replace the dart intake you'll be working with. And for my waistcoat, I would come down by up to my bust point area to get my opening on my waistcoat. Don't forget that this waistcoat is going to have a button stand, which you will be adding to your fabric. Yes, when you're transferring to your fabric, you go ahead and add the 1 inch for your button stand. Okay, so I went ahead to mark out my darts, and then I had to mark my bust dart. Yes, my bust dart. So the difference between your front length and your back length is your bust dart length. So I went ahead to mark my bust dart, and I went ahead to also mark my under bust points. Now this under bust point isn't really necessary, but because I want my waistcoat to be really fitted, so I'll go ahead and do my under bust tightening. Yes, I went ahead to do an under bust tightening so that there will be a fit around my under bust area. Now this is totally optional. If you do not want to do this and you want your waistcoat just as free as possible, then I don't think the under bust tightening is necessary. Now because of my under bust tightening, I will just go ahead and make this a princess armhole cut. Yes, so it's going to be a princess armhole, and it is perfect when making your blazers and your waistcoat. You can use a princess armhole cut. Now when I'm done, I'll go ahead and do the same thing to the back, but of course not forgetting that our back length and our front length are not the same. So usually, aside from the neck difference, the most important thing on the back is that your back length is usually shorter than the front length, okay? So don't forget that. Like I said, if you've been following my tutorials and if you've watched my basic pattern video on this channel, you would have been used to all of this process. So I went ahead to create my armhole curve, my neck width on my back pattern, and then I'll go ahead to mark my back length, which is 14 inches. Now your back length is your shoulder to your back. But now to get that accurately, you have to have tied either your measuring tape or a rope around your waist, so that when you measure it, you have an accurate line. And to get the length, I'll be coming down from my back length by my hip length. So if my hip length is 10 inches, from my back length, I'll just go ahead and come down by that 10 inches. Then when I'm done, I'll create my dart line, of course. Remember that we added our dart intake to the waist already. Now, of course, for my back dart, I will be coming down from my chest point by 1 inch. And I am also doing a princess armhole curve at the back. So I'll go ahead and replace my darts to the side, my dart intake, and then take it all the way to the end. Now, this is what the back should look like with your dart intake put in place. And of course, I would always say that your front, you can get stylish. If you want your waistcoat to have a sharp V opening at the edge, it's totally fine. Okay, it's totally fine. So whatever you choose to do is up to you. You can decide to do a curve, you can decide to do a straight V opening. So just come in by 1 inch and then create an opening of your choice. So I did a lot of designs here, so you can pick any one of it. So at the end of the day, I ended up with something unique, which you would see when I'm done. Okay, so now at the end of the day, this is the curve I chose to work with. You can say that I just placed my ruler this way to get this curve. Okay, so anyhow you choose to make your lower part design is absolutely up to you. So I'll just go ahead and just cut out my pattern. Do not forget that your center front is going to have a button stand allowance, and you can transfer that on your main fabric, as I did not do that here. Okay, so now, and also when you're done cutting out your pattern, do not forget that you have to through the bustier area. You have to through the bust area so that you do not have a pointy or a sharp edge. Yes, just like I did there, you have to through it and cut off that part. Okay, so now to create this unique design, remember I said we're going to twitch this a bit. You can see this beautiful lady here. So I'll be going up by 2 inches or 3 inches, absolutely up to you, but I choose to go up by 2 inches and then come in by 2 inches to connect all the way back to my armhole curve area. Yes, that is just the secret to creating that beautiful design. Yeah, so I'll be going in by 2 inches both to the front and on the back, and then coming up to meet my armhole area. Now, in case you want it deeper than this, it's actually up to you, but I totally feel like 2 inches is going to do the magic. Yes, it's going to do the work. So like I said, when I'm done making mine, I'm going to be posting it on my shorts or reels, or maybe I'll come on here and do a sewing tutorial to follow this up. But yeah, I feel like this is something that everybody can just try out, and let's see what the outcome will be like. So if you'll be trying out this design, let me know in the comment section. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, so I just went ahead to just make sure that I cut out both my front piece and my back piece and get this design done. So if you're done with this, I would advise that if you want to do your waist tightening at the back, that's your center back, you can go ahead and do that, but don't forget to replace the 1/2 inch or 0.75 that you want to snatch in back to your waist. Yes, so that is for anybody that wants to have a more defined fit at the back. Okay, but I did not do that. Because it's a waistcoat, so I didn't do it here. Alright, so this is what the back pattern should look like, and this is what your front pattern should look like. I want to hope that you learned a thing or two here. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next video. Bye.